Hey, welcome to the stream here, folks. We've got Best of 2017 event, and just like in the notification, if Villains Unleashed is any indication, and seeing what I'm already, the undercurrent that's brewing on Reddit, probably not going to see a ton of free-to-play stuff. Right now, apparently there's only pay-to-play stuff, but we'll see. Be wary of this creature has come to in possession. So I think this is for an old deco. Yep, that is an old decoration. Okay. And this is also an old decoration, so it really is best of 2017 and completely recycled. So yeah, I just have a feeling this is 100% going to be Villains Unleashed. If you already have everything, nothing here is really going to be all that better to get, although apparently some of the shard prices are a little bit more reasonable. They're really trying to close out the year and close out the year's content. So it makes sense that some of it's discounted. Okay, getting Hank Pym. That is a repeat quest, so again, this seems to be purely repeated stuff, so there's going to be a lot of repetition here. I'm a little confused about the Speedo of Hercules there. Okay, Bruce Banner Hulk is back. Okay, that's a repeated quest too. I guess the good news, looking on the bright side, we did get a week break from events and things. We're supposed to see some scrap come on the mission board here, but my mission board is full of... Okay, apparently that's not going to happen. Okay, so you can send heroes to search for arc reactors. Apparently Odin is pay to play now, even though he was free to play twice. Again, where we're just going to glaze over that and pretend it makes sense in some version. Right, but through January 10th, more heroes and outfits will gradually become available to help. So looks like this is going to be, I guess that means the event is ending on the 10th, and this is going to be a pretty short affair. Bruce Banner Hulk. It seems this last row here is completely pay to play. As Bruce Banner Hulk was a pay to play goal. I can't remember what the armor's called, but Fancy Armor Star-Lord was pay to play. Spider-Gwen. Gwenom was pay to play, and I think that's Arn Captain America or Captain America 2099. I don't remember which one. No, actually, it's not 2099 because that's a girl. But anyway, pay to play. So for some reason, Odin is pay to play now. So Hank Pym still pay to play. Valkyrie was a pay to play character. Bucky was pay to play. Ironheart was pay to play. So these entire two last rows, if you do not already have the characters, are most likely going to be pay to play. So you can sort of brace yourself with that fact. Odin is pay to play for whatever reason, so I would guess maybe even the second row here is pay to play. You have Heimdall, Jesper Sitwell, and Arnlad. And this first row is completely free to play. So there's that. Okay, Wasp is busy. So that's not a good start to the event. So it looks like that's a 5-hour action. And so you have the event pop up here. And also, it's important to say here and now that the Hulkbuster armor doesn't actually do anything. It gives a couple actions, I believe, and of course changes Tony's appearance. It is a costume. Previously, it was a leaderboard prize, and previously they had Immortal Sorcerer Loki, which actually increased your coins and increased... wow, what did it increase? Would make him able to fight in every event, which he practically is anyway, and would increase something else. But that was eventually nerfed. But unlike that, Hulkbuster did not actually do anything. Has no gameplay benefits. But anyway, start out new year, chance to play story, opportunity to recruit heroes and outfits that you may have missed, collect arc reactors and metal scraps to put together enough arc reactor plating to form the Hulkbuster. Send heroes to get arc reactors, complete academy missions to get metal scraps needed for Hulkbuster. Only the Hulkbuster needs arc reactor plating, but other best of prizes need arc reactors or metal scraps to earn, so choose wisely. So it looks like you're gonna have to make a choice here, which is what happened with Villains Unleashed. You'd only, that wasn't technically a choice, but you would only get a certain number of shots at the raffle of characters, which seems like you're gonna have to do here as well. Sort of create a virtual scarcity, if that makes sense. Okay, so I need this to show up, and it won't show up because my entire mission board is clogged. So I wonder if I can even participate in this event, because I can't really control the fact that there's stuff on the mission board. And it appears that is it for quests. I knew this was going to be sort of a lower key event. And there's conflicts on the mission board already, so that's never a good sign. So we've got penguin tiles, sand tiles, and water tiles, I guess spawning from this event, and arc reactor plating. Do you just... what? Okay, so to get Hulkbuster you need 44 of these, which is definitely a pay-to-play goal. If we look at this, you need 20 scraps, and I saw on Reddit somebody had a quest for about 5 scraps. And you need 40 reactors, so it's going to be some pretty intense stuff. I am not seeing too much else. Okay, so here's the Bruce Banner Hulk costume. He was previously in a crate for a ridiculous amount of shards, so this is technically a discount. That being said, still lots of money, $20 in shards. Okay, and I doubt there's anything in the FAQ, but let's check anyway. Best of 2017. When does this end? This ends on January 10th. So yeah, if you want Hulkbuster, you're gonna have a very limited amount of time to actually try for that. And they spelled arc reactor wrong here, and it's even in the same paragraph. Well, same topic where they spell it right. Hank Pym is for shards. I think that's pretty close to the same price he was. I don't really remember what he was worth. Odin is available for shards when he was free to play twice. It is a smaller amount of shards than usual, but it's still very strange. Bruce Banner Hulk, lots of shards. Yeah, so there's not too much information here. Because it is definitely a shorter event and a more low-key event. Yeah, so as usual, good luck to everybody. As far as I can tell, and this is strange that they don't have all this available immediately, especially since this event is only 1 week. There's going to be some weird release schedules, you know. So we have Loki, and then we have Black Widow, and then we have Iron Man. So I guess that's roughly going to make it. You have 4 waves of characters here, and you have 7 days. So you're roughly going to have 1 day and some change, really closer to 2 days for each of these columns. Right, but there doesn't seem to actually be much for me to actually do, and much for anyone else to do if you're not looking to buy things. So we'll check out Reddit and see what Reddit has to say. Right, somebody has running a commentary here. There's no real free-to-play goals here, which definitely I'm getting the vibe of, much like Villains Unleashed. There was very little to do. There are people having trouble getting scraps on their board, and I imagine TinyCo still on vacation or just getting back from vacation, and they're going to have to adjust it so that the scraps take priority over the quest items, because we can't really control, unless we want to pay a lot, if there's quest items on our board. So somebody's doing some theory craft, basically some math, and how getting Hulkbuster is realistic and what sort of time frame. If we assume 20 metal scraps for 1 arc plating, then it takes 880 hours or 36 days of missions. So they're saying be prepared to shard missions if you want Hulkbuster. Yeah, so it's a very strange event, even by TinyCo's standards. I would not stress over this event. That is my personal theory. The event just started, so we don't have a ton to actually go off of. And that's going to be about it. I wouldn't stress, because much like Villains Unleashed, this is probably a pay-to-play only event, unfortunately, for a lot of you folks who are probably looking for some reasonable goals and things like that. But we'll see. The event's very short, so it's going to be very apparent whether these costumes or the things that are available make sense. But that's going to be it for now. We're going to swap over to Marvel Puzzle Quest and do this week's Boss Rage. But as usual, thanks for tuning in, folks. And good luck with the event. Don't stress over this event. I definitely wouldn't.